My name is Michael. I'm drinking a Jack and Coke. I'm a black guy and I make things on the internet. That's all.
The fuck? Why is it so formal? Say hi, I'm Michael. God damn. Jesus Christ. Life story and shit.
Fuck! Who gets? You know what, man? I'm the only. Like, this isn't even my shit. I'm a fucking guest as far as I'm concerned. I'm telling you motherfuckers how to do it. Eat my dick.
There it is.
That's what I'm talking about.
I think that might be the intro. That is now an intro.
Intro these nuts. Who are you?
Oh man, that shit's too good. My name's Zach. What's going on, Pete?
Oh man.
You can otherwise know me as Banana Grievous. You may have seen me on stream, maybe not. Who knows? You watch Bloodborne?
I like how you introduced the thing that.
Was that a plugin?
Well, he'll plug everything but his YouTube account, which is where it's going.
It ain't gonna be on my YouTube account. Well, later on it will be.
Where the fuck are you putting it then? Are you gonna listen to it? Were you gonna go to sleep to it or something?
What the fuck was it called? God damn it, I forgot the website. But I recently made a podcast account on this website. I just forgot what the fuck it was called.
Oh, well, I would have no idea. I only listen to podcasts on Twitch. No, not Twitch. I don't watch Twitch. I like SoundCloud.
Oh. Podbean,
yeah.
My bad.
Oh, yeah.
Podbean.
I don't know what the fuck that is. Alright. Okay, Paul, your turn, I guess.
Hi, I'm Paul.
Fucking whole life story, holy shit! Jesus! Damn, nigga! Okay, anyways, now that you got your introduction out of the way, let's get to the meat of this. What is the topic?
And you may refer to all of us as the Us Guys. Granted, there'll be more members later on down the road.
The Us Guys?
Yes.
The is an enhancer, by the way.
You're right. Fuck it. Drop the enhancer. We just Us Guys.
So what are we talking about today?
Well, me and Paul had a fucking earthquake over here in Vegas.
Yeah, my mom was telling me about that. She was like, yeah, I felt the trauma.
5.4, motherfucker.
No, I'm joking. Holy shit. Yeah, I heard about that. Like, in my
was
entire...
It 5.4?
I was fucking born and raised pretty much in Vegas, and I've never once fucking had an earthquake, tremor, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And when I'm gone, this shit happens. I mean, I'm not saying I'm the fuck...
We had some earthquakes. They were just really, really shitty.
Oh, my bad. 5.3.
As opposed to the dangerous, deadly, and interesting ones, huh?
I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I was working. I didn't feel a damn thing.
No, I was like, how the fuck do you describe an earthquake as uninteresting? Like what the fuck? Are you looking to be entertained with a fucking earthquake? Yes,
I would like to see millions of corpses.
What, you want a 7.5 Haiti kind of thing going on? Is that interesting enough for you? Jesus Christ. I mean, I'm not chastising the well, yes I am. Fuck it. Why not? Let me just come clean. I'm chastising the shit out of you because how do you call an earthquake uninteresting? That school shooting wasn't really that bad.
I didn't even know what happened until I went to the office.
You're like one of those people on 4chan who go on that side like, oh man, Virginia Tech wasn't as cool as Columbine.
What?
You remember the fucking Asian dude who was crazy?
Yes, I know.
What the? Why are you going around pretending you don't know shit?
Paul?
I'm just saying I didn't feel it, so I didn't even know there was a freaking
whatever. What were you talking about, anyways? Oh yeah, earthquakes and shit. Yeah, that's crazy shit.
When did that earthquake happen?
My mom said she I forget sometime earlier today. She said she thought she felt something.
11:47.
She's the only one
supposedly.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I was on the road.
You were on the road and you didn't feel an earthquake, motherfucker?
Yeah, I was driving.
I was about to ask what you were doing. I was like, what you running? But we all know that ain't happening.
I was driving to a Chinese place so I could put that ice machine.
Where at? Was it close by the spaghetti bowl? Because that's damn near where it happened.
No, it was the fucking near your place.
Oh, well.
I'm trying to think of a Chinese place next to your place. The only place I can think of is Tokyo Discount, but that clearly isn't China.
Yeah, it is. Tokyo.
LOL! XD! Did you say the topic was media, by the way?
Yeah, we did news, videos, games, movies.
Anything!
Okay, cool. So, well, I guess this falls under the topic of media and movies, but it falls under my own because... Anyways, so, for people who don't know, which is pretty much everybody, me and a couple of friends have been trying to work on this. I got the idea, basically, a long time ago to do a video, like a documentary/mockumentary on an anime club, you know? on Anime Nerds. However, I contacted like 3 different clubs and they all fucked me. One's like, no, we don't want to do it. The other one's like, yeah, they're all really young, and basically I couldn't do it. So after looking around for a while, well, the thing is, they're like, well, if you wanted to do it, you would have to get release forms signed, yada yada.
Damn,
and that's a bunch of bullshit. So basically,
YouTube.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But they're fucking old as shit. Old people run libraries. Anyways, I was looking forward to it too, because when I called her, it's like, so what do? They get together on Fridays and watch anime and they eat pizza. It's just like, that was her. That was her description of what anime was. Anyways, back to the fucking point of the story. I was like, okay, what else is nerdy? And I looked in my local area and I saw a comic book / video game / Magic the Gathering shop.
Ooh.
So basically, I was like, oh shit, we could do it on Magic the Gathering, and I looked up their Facebook, and I saw all of them looked like fat nerds. I was like, this is great. This will work perfect. So basically, we did that today. No. 3 weeks ago is when we first shot, but fucking complications out the ass. No matter what you're filming, you're gonna get complications. One of the batteries died. Forgot one of the batteries. One of the cameras wasn't in focus the whole fucking time. One of my sound bits wasn't captured at all, so it was just terrible from start to finish. And we ended up, we were gonna do the next week, but it didn't happen. So we did this week, so the third week, finally, production, right, happens, starts. It's this time, before I was doing the interviews, and that's cool, but this time I was like, I got a friend who fits it better, because I thought he'd fit better anyways. So he's doing the interviews, and I'm behind the camera and making sure everything's working, and that's fine. But dude, the funniest, remember earlier when I was telling you the funniest fucking shit happened? Like, a gift from the Lord in heaven, who doesn't exist, but it was from him. And basically what happened was we were interviewing this kid, and he's this everything this kid is saying is gold, man. I'm loving everything. He's talking about Naruto and all shit that doesn't even matter.
Oh man,
I never forget. He's like, yeah, because I forget. He said something. Anyways, he's like, yeah. He's like, so what allures you most about magic? But he like completely goes off topic. He's like, it makes me angry, and blah blah blah, and I like to sing. And I was like, you like to sing? I was like, well, I mean, would you like to sing a song for us? I was like, would you like to sing a song for us? And he's like, well, I was like, well, how about the Pokemon theme? But apparently he said he didn't know the Pokemon theme. What? So he saw. How do you not know the Pokemon theme? This isn't even the best part. So I forget what song he sang. It was some fucking, not even indie rock song, but some rock song. And this nigga, he pulls out those headphones. Remember when they would check your ears in the 5th grade?
Oh god, fuck.
Those headphones. He pulls them out and he puts them on his head. He plays the music on his iPod, and he starts singing, and the whole store can hear him, dude. And I'm just behind the camera. I'm like, holy shit! And my friend, the one who's asking him the questions, we're all pretty much trying not to die laughing right there. This dude is singing his ass off. He's like, oh my god, dude. Gift, you will cry when you see it. That shit is hilarious.
Was he really black?
No, he was white.
Oh, okay. Damn it, that would be funny.
You're really funny.
You said nigga. That's all I'm saying.
Well, nigga is a general term.
Anybody but you don't say that often.
Lazy ass niggas and there's nigga ass niggas, but it doesn't have to be a black dude.
That's why I'm questioning it. I don't know.
Yeah, but that was a story, and I thought it was funny, but I guess not, because neither of you motherfuckers give shit. Anyways,
I thought it was hilarious. I just,
I guess you didn't hear us
laugh. Constantly talking. Yeah.
No, maybe I'm a little insecure. Well,
yes.
Anyways, yeah, it was holy shit, dude. I'm telling you, man.
You just want to wait for that shit.
Fuck. It's on Moore's iPod.
Oh, bitch.
His phone.
Michael, this is a great time for a plug.
It's fucking hilarious, man. That's gonna be the funniest shit ever. There was also this one point where we were asking people like questions. We interviewed this one 13-year-old kid, and one of the questions was, so can you explain the rules of magic? And he's like, yes, I can. It says fucking nothing after. and I look at my friend who asked the question. I was like, holy! I was laughing, and then you could see him kind of laughing off camera, and I was like, but I pretended to go blow my nose. The entire filming process was me trying not to laugh. It was fantastic, and I wasn't even behind the camera. I was just telling him what to do, and that was great because I know what I want. So if I could just point to people and be like, do this, and they do it, perfect. That's it. That's all I want. Anyways, that's my involvement in media right now.
Will you be posting this on your YouTube channel?
Well, Zachary, actually I will. You can find it on Walter Martin Boyle /Walter at walter.walter@fucking dickfuck.com. Yes.
I thought it was Walter like /MB.
No, you know what's funny is I want to change my URL because it still says a niddle the bridge or some bullshit like that. Man. But you can't change. You can't have a custom URL unless you have 500 subscribers. So it's like, what the fuck? Like, what am I not? I'm not good enough for you?
Yes.
You gotta make 500 several different YouTube accounts and subscribe to yourself, player.
Yeah, that's got me.
Are you just calling him pathetic?
Pretty much.
I don't know how many YouTube subscribers you have right now.
Less than you had before the Skeletor.
290.
There you go. You just need fucking 210 more, motherfucker.
But how much did you have before the Skeletor video?
Which?
About your
5.
subscriber base.
Oh,
very specific.
That was 236. Damn. And I only remember because he was like, "Welcome to our 238." Fuck. That's I just like it when he curses, but that's besides the fucking point. Yeah, that's really fun, man. I find when you're making stuff, I don't know, like I like being the one behind the camera and doing the quote unquote acting or whatever, but I also like I just like pointing to people and telling them what to do.
You squeeze your tits together.
Oh my god.
Oh man, if I had that kind of power, oh shit, I'd be abusing the fuck out of that.
And you know what this? I got some. Oh yeah, so the liquor I went with, I ended up getting some Tennessee Honey Jack Daniels, which is fucking delicious, by the way. Sweet. I still mix it with Coke. What?
You're trying to get us a sponsor?
What? No.
Sponsored.
Sponsored by Jack Daniels.
You can dream.
No. Yeah. Jack Daniels Tennessee Honey. Come get the money, honey.
Firestone.
No, but anyways, yeah, this shit is smooth as fuck. Like, I mix it with Coke. You don't even really need the Coke either. Like, you could drink this shit straight up, and it's just as sweet.
Yeah, that honey gives that extra flavor of sweetness in the back.
Hell yeah, man. This is delicious.
Is it light or full body?
I don't know. I'm not a bartender like you. Oh, by the way, Zach's a bartender. If you didn't know that, it's crazy shit. This dude went to bartending school for 3 months.
Sin City, baby. That's where I am. That's where I be. That's how I do.
What's the difference between light and full?
Like full body taste,
it seems pretty
feels heavy in your mouth, while like light body taste is just like it's pretty smooth. Like you don't even feel it.
Oh, that shit is smooth as a baby's butthole. I didn't say that.
Water is like heavy as fuck. I'll just tell you that right now. Water has a heavy taste to it.
Water?
It's full. It's not taste, but full bodied. I mean, I'm sorry.
Okay, that makes a little bit more sense, I suppose.
I think I'm more confused now than before.
It's okay, Paul.
It's like, you might as well just not explain to you. Just fuck my whole perception of.
You're right.
I thought light was
for
light.
me, every alcohol just seems fucking heavier than fucking water. Now you're telling me water is fucking heavy. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit I'm drinking right now?
I don't know. Does it feel full in your mouth, player? Does it?
The only people I hang out with who like to drink are people who are they're underage, so I can't drink with them. And my only friend who is of age to drink doesn't like to drink.
More?
So, yeah. So I pretty much am
Faggot.
like the only one like drinking sitting there. I feel. Well, I mean, I'm totally fine with that. I don't like cracking open a beer when I'm having some dinner, but it's like fuck. You always get those people like, yeah, alcoholic. Like,
yeah, Paul.
Yeah.
He just cracked a joke on it too. Video or podcast.
What?
Quote unquote.
What? Calling people an alcoholic?
You an alcoholic?
Oh, see, you know that's not.
I did not call him an alcoholic.
Yes, you did.
To be fair, I didn't hear. To be fair, I didn't hear it.
Yes, you
but
did.
It does sound like something stupid that he would say that I would have.
You called him an alcoholic. And Mr. Wallace don't like to be called an alcoholic.
Lol, nice reference, bro. Speaking of references of that, my uncle gave me this ID that has jewels on it. It's like a legit California jewels ID. The only fucking thing that gives it away is the back of it that says Pulp Fiction. Anyways, every time I get carded for alcohol at any store, I always give them that shit. And some of them will try to, because they think all black people look like, so they try to be polite and they're like, well, and they're usually kind of polite about it. They're like, but this one lady, she was like, give me a fucking. She was for real about it. It was pretty funny. It was at Walmart, I think. I was getting some Corona. And then she looked at it for like half a second. She was like, "Please, give me your real ID." It was some Hispanic chick. She was
Damn, she got you, motherfucker. You ain't hiding
No,
behind
that's
anything.
I mean, I got her to laugh, so that was my mission success in my eyes.
You're right. My goal is to
Pretty
make
much
at least
the
one person laugh every day.
Yeah,
At
man,
least.
that's exactly what. There's a really interesting thing you get for making people laugh. It's like you could call it selfish or egotistical, kind of, to feel that you need to do that. But there's something interesting about
It's
it.
like
I
self-satisfaction.
mean, yeah, it's like when you like, do something nice for somebody, right? It's like doing something nice for somebody, but not necessarily. Because I mean, I don't think you should do nice things just to feel good. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I just think that's interesting. So I think that's what.
So you're telling me I don't need to do good things.
What were you listening to anything I just said? Or do you just kind of like read an article and then come back to the conversation? Like,
No, I am looking at the news though, because I wanted to figure out.
oh well, what happened? What happened?
I don't know.
Jesus, you are useless. What?
No,
Like-
like trying to find.
Like I try to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, maybe you're reading
Shit.
something else. I am reading something
Oh,
else.
man.
What are you reading? I don't know. Well,
I'm
then.
trying to find something interesting, but the whole world just sucks dick.
Well, fuck then. How about this? So there's one interesting thing to talk about that's going on in the world right now, and it's making me a little mad. So mad that I might have to name myself. Yes, you guessed it. Mad Max, motherfucker. That shit was dope as shit.
Oh, you finally watched that shit?
I saw it the day it came out on Thursday, on the 14th.
Yeah, you saw it before we did, bro.
So did we.
Yeah, I saw it that day. I actually want to see it again, man. Holy shit. You know what's so great
I
about
do
that
too.
movie? Other than the fact that it's great in every way, and that it's you know what? One thing I want to say, it is definitely not female propaganda like some people are saying.
No. Fuck it.
Now, you would be completely remiss to say that it isn't feminist. Now, how feminist, quote unquote, is arguable, but to say it isn't is kind of just denying anything. Because Zach told me, he's like, what was it? And this is just an example. Would you say you were like, I left with so much testosterone, so I was like, if anything, you should left with more estrogen, because that movie was very heavy on the whole, female character kind of deal. Not to say they skimped on anybody else. Basically, what I really liked about the movie is they had a very well defined world without telling you every single thing about it.
Yeah.
The fact that, like, you kind of have to look. Like, some people went into it confused. Like, wait, do I have to see the other ones to get it? But it's really simple as long as you don't overthink it. Post-apocalyptic world. This dictator guy has all the resources. These people rely on him like he is a god, which is why they worship him, which answers it if you watch it. And that these people, little things in here too, kind of like there's that part where Furiosa, she replies, that old lady, she's like, "How long have you been gone from here?" And she's like, 7,000 something days. And you could overlook that, like, oh, whatever. But if you think about it, that's what I thought when I heard it. It's like, well, shit. People in this world value each day of their lives so much that they don't count it by months or years. They count it by days. And it tells you so much about the character and the world at large. It's a really smart movie. Without being pretentious or anything. It's awesome, dude.
Yeah, but like I fucking hear people like fucking just bashing on us. Oh, there's no story, blah blah blah. I'm like,
I will tell you this.
Dude, it's a fucking action
this is
movie. What the fuck is the
anybody
story?
who says this movie isn't good is stupid.
I know. I still fucking
They don't
back
like
Pitch
it.
Perfect 2
That's-
got like
that's
fucking
it.
number 1 in the box
And-
office over Mad Max. Like, oh, come
And-
the
and-
fuck
and that's-
on.
Hey,
And that's just the nature of being, like, accessible and whatnot. I mean, for fuck's sake, you remember when Grown Ups beat Pacific Rim when it came out?
Yeah, you're right.
It's just a matter of the source material and the actors. No, in no way is it a better film. Anybody who tries to, I will argue with anybody who tries to make that point. But I could, with the most confidence, say that anybody who thinks Mad Max isn't a good movie is probably a stupid person. And I don't mean that as from a fanboy standpoint. I mean, from a technical standpoint of intellect and comprehension skills, you're probably stupid if you don't like that movie.
Yeah, you're right. Speaking of which, ladies and
I just
gentlemen, September 1st, 2015, Mad Max will getting its own official video game. Trailer looks too dope.
Nah. Oh, tell me about it. I mean, I don't know shit about it.
yes.
Is George Miller going to be involved at all? Or?
Maybe.
I doubt
Pretty
it.
sure.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Can your quality get better?
As what?
Your quality just like dipped for like 2 seconds.
It's all good. It's
Oh,
on Skype.
that's-
Skype's fucking retarded. Besides, we're
That's
we're
relevant.
like recording this on Audacity anyway, and I'm gonna be cutting and mixing it later on. So
Yeah.
quality is not an issue.
It's relative to
Yay!
the situation.
But if you have fun in your shit, then we got some problems, player.
Paul.
Ah.
So what about this game? I mean, I highly doubt when it comes to that kind of stuff. I mean, movie directors and people, they hardly get involved, and I can understand why. I wouldn't want
it looks pretty interesting. You know, the trailer shows like they actually tell you that you start off with nothing. Your shit gets jacked. You have to pretty much choose like a custom base of your car, and then like you live throughout the world killing these tribes, and you have to scavenge shit from them. Build your car, build your ammo, build your armor and whatnot.
I like the movie, and I'm not going to say anything one way or the other about the game, but I mean, I'm not even a video game person, but I already know that Mad Max is going to have a really hard time as a video game standing out when things like Borderlands already exist.
You're right. Borderlands exists.
But think about it.
The hype from The Witcher 3 is still going on, because it just got released 2 days ago. And
I mean, you guys are the video game aficionados, so I mean, kind of expect to be left in the dust.
That's a chance. I'll say that. That's a decent chance.
Have you seen it already?
I saw some gameplay
for
it. I mean, it pretty much looks like Batman, but like with murder and shit. So combat styles with like Batman. The open world aspect I really enjoy, that you actually get to drive a car around, fucking shit up. And you get to customize cars as well as your armor, as well as your weapons and shit like that. And like this, fucking. I always like me and Paul found it hilarious that like there's some random dude at the back of your car shooting shit up too. So I was like, oh fuck yeah.
Like, did he get a slave at some point? It's like, hey, get in the back.
Is it gonna be like Grand Theft Auto Borderlands? That's what I.
Yes, it's more. I think it's more like an actiony version of fucking. It's a game called Fallout.
Oh yeah.
Like a driving version of Fallout is a better example.
I think I bought that game when I had a PS3 2 years ago, and I played it for like a day. And by a day, I mean one day I opened it, I played it, and I never opened it again. Not because it was bad, probably more due with how incompetent
loading
I am
screens.
in video games. I guess, I don't know. Is that some kind of inside joke for the game that it has too many loading screens or some bullshit like that?
No, it's a game where the further you go in, the longer the loading screens get.
Oh my Jesus, that kind of sucks.
Because it renders more of the world as you go on.
I have two things to mention when it comes to games. One on Batman. I constantly hear things about Batman that the games actually do a better job with the story than the movies. Now, anybody who knows anything about a Batman movie will automatically tell you, well, no shit, the movies suck, blah, 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 blah.
There's only one movie that sucked.
Which was supposedly the third one. I only saw that once, so I barely remember it. So I wouldn't feel saying anything one way or the other, but it just seems like the games explore Gotham in a much more real way that the movies just don't.
It's not really real, it's more comic booky way. Like it's
by real I mean like true to the world of Gotham. Like, I mean, of course there's style and there's things within the theme, but I think the world itself, that comic book world, is kind of what it's exploring. Not to say that it's going to be better if you follow the comics, because I've always said this, you probably heard me say it before, is where it's like comics and movies are different. If a movie isn't a comic, fine, who gives a shit? Even if it's worse, it's its own thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can't really be like, oh, well, because I heard somebody complaining about Guardians of the Galaxy, like it wasn't like the comics. That's not a real form of criticism, because well, look, how about this, Sherlock? It's a fucking comic, and the movie's a fucking movie. How about that?
Motherfucker, Age of Ultron wasn't according to the comics. They had to change that shit up so the movie would make sense.
Yeah, so I've heard.
Yeah.
I heard a little bit about that Ultron was a little bit more.
Yeah. Not
even really merciful, just light in this.
Yeah, not only that, but Tony Stark made Ultron, and I think the comics, I believe Ant-Man made Ultron.
I'm pretty sure it's Ant-Man and.
Yeah, like they had to change it because like they haven't introduced Ant-Man yet, so it's like fuck, they had to veer off the comics so the movie would make sense.
Speaking of Ant-Man is going to be in Civil War.
Yeah.
As is SpiderMan, as is some other guy.
And then Infinity War is going to be too good, but hey, gotta wait for that shit.
2018 and 19, I believe.
I wanted them to bring out the Black Spider-Man kid.
They're not. They already actually. Do you know the guy from the kid from Ender's Game? That's Spider-Man.
I hate that. Yeah, I hate that.
That's the new Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But like I said, I just want them to. I'm sick of Peter Parker and his goddamn.
I think you're thinking of the Kevin Morales version.
Yeah, I want that.
We're not going to get it, sadly.
I know. It's just a dream.
We almost kind of did, but not really.
I'm just sick of Peter Parker.
Even the kid who was At least Marvel has it now. They're gonna do it. Honestly, the most groan-worthy thing about the new Spider-Man films is where he learns to use his powers via fucking skateboarding.
Skateboarding.
Yeah, he was like in a fucking alley just doing tricks, and then somehow he learned how to be Spider-Man. I guess I don't know. I don't know how that shit worked. Oh no, I know how it didn't work because it didn't fucking work. That's why. Jesus Christ!
You really didn't
Be
like
interesting.
second last Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I saw the first one, and I haven't seen the second one. But the first one, the thing is, the first one, the beginning of that movie was so utterly fucking groan-worthy. I hated it. But like the rest of it was so mind-numbingly like dumb that I didn't think about it until the end. I was like, wait, he tried to kill New York. Wait, hold on. Okay, so he got his arm ripped off. He wanted to grow it back by turning himself into a lizard, but now he wants to turn the city into a lizard to kill Spider-Man? Like, it just didn't make any sense. And I can forgive a shitty plot if the story is pretty good, but the story wasn't good either.
He ain't a lizard. You gotta kill the other.
Yeah.
You have to kill him, man.
I want to grow my arm back. I'm a lizard now. Kill Spider-Man! Kill Spider-Man!
And fuck it, seems legit. Let's roll with this.
Drop a tower and make everybody fucking lizards.
Yeah, it didn't really, wasn't cohesive to say the very least, but I don't know, whatever. The other thing I was gonna say, so one was about Batman. Oh, and one, my friend. My friend told me about this game called Earthbound. He said, dude, it's great. I was like, okay, and then he showed me some of it today. It actually looks really good. I guess that's the video games with Ness.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's Ness Games. Lucas.
It looks cool as hell. And you guys, I mean, I'm not even into that shit. It looks cool as hell.
It'd be a game you'd play for at least 4 hours before giving up.
Yeah, exactly. That seems like almost an exact amount of time I'd be playing.
Oh man, you should take your shot at Bloodborne. See how long before you just rage quit or just said, fuck this, I'm done.
Well, the thing is, there has to be an interest at first. I know you're kind of just playing with the idea, though. I've heard that game is pretty hard.
It is. You've seen me play it. Fuck.
Yeah, fuck that. Like, there. Oh, did I already tell you? Fuck,
No.
I forget what I was going to say. Hello.
How many times have you died to that church lady, Paul?
Okay, what's a number higher than 20?
24.
That made sense.
Is that a SpongeBob joke? 24?
I don't know. I don't watch SpongeBob, apparently.
Oh, yeah. Is it where... Oh, yeah. I think that... Yeah, that one time me and Alder were like, man, you don't watch fucking Nickelodeon. I forget.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, no,
Except
Cartoon Network was the only thing I had growing up. They wouldn't turn it back.
Which is fair. That and how we always have, like, those discussions where it's like, you've never seen insert black show here, and then you're like, dude, I grew up in a fucking white household. We weren't watching fucking Different World and the Cosby Show and black people shit. We was watching the Brady Bunch and Full House.
And House on the Prairie.
And Home Improvement.
Yeah, you're right. Home Improvement was one of them. And Gunsmoke. Like, the fuck? Exactly. You don't even know what the fuck Gunsmoke is, motherfucker.
I know every show until you said Gunsmoke.
Look that shit up. And then come talk to me, motherfucker.
Looking it up right now.
I'm not looking it up. Fuck that.
Going Up in Guns. Oh, it's a really old show, 1955 to 1935.
Did you watch MASH?
Yes, I did. And I love MASH.
I actually haven't.
So Hawkeye goes
ever.
fucking crazy in the last episode.
Well then.
He was my favorite character.
that
Next to Radar.
Chicken baby. Chicken baby.
Oh, speaking of shows, I must admit, I've been watching an anime recently.
Oh my god.
Armored Trooper Bottoms.
Oh, man.
Hands down, probably the best robot show ever to exist. And the reason I say that, okay, I guess how do I put this?
That's a long list of robot
I've seen two robot shows, not including Bottoms. Two. Gundam Wing, because you and I do that. And Code Geass, but that doesn't really count. Anyways,
Yeah, it does.
the cool thing about okay, maybe it does, because they focus on it like every other fucking robot show. But basically, what I've noticed for every robot show is that, like, they base a lot of the events and shit like that happen around, like, the suits. Like, the suits are everything in the show. And I suppose that's fine, but it just doesn't feel that real. Anyways, like, it's the weapon. It's not a weapon. But in Bottoms, the robots in their show, they're, like, clunky, they don't look pretty. They're kind of just another weapon, like a tanker. They're just, like, the most viable form of weapon that people use. and they're not even really paid attention to. For instance, in a normal robot show, a character will get his ass kicked, right? And then maybe he has like an understanding about himself, and when he comes back, he'll have a new robot with new weapons. But in Bottoms, somebody will get their ass kicked, and that's it.
Do they die?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying, oh, it's dark and gritty and hardcore, but it's definitely avoiding all the tropes and stuff that I have come to know with not only anime, but the show in general. The only thing I could complain about are the female characters. They're kind of two-dimensional, but it's kind of the nature with the sort of thing.
Macross Frontier.
So never watched. So I actually haven't seen that.
It's okay. I've only watched a couple of episodes of that anyway because I fucking don't have time nowadays. Like, shit, man.
It's ruined the idea of watching.
You're right. That shit was fucking terrible. I'm not gonna watch that again. Ever.
What show?
In my entire fucking life.
Well, let's avoid the shitty abridged conversation.
Yeah, let's not go down that road. That's a road that we take. Never.
Let's take the high road, guys.
Speaking of which, anybody seen Daredevil?
No.
On Netflix.
I've seen
Not the shitty Ben Affleck one, Paul.
No, I really want to watch the show. I just
5 episodes.
haven't got around.
I've seen
to
5 episodes. I almost said 6. 5 episodes. Very, 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 very awesome show.
Yeah, we started streaming that shit at work until my boss comes in. He's like, hey, "What the hell are you guys watching?" I'm like, "Oh, Daredevil. It's on
Pornography.
AMC."
I mean, yeah, Daredevil.
He's like, "I don't believe you. Turn that shit off." And he just walks out of the room. I was like, "Damn, we got caught, fellas. Take that shit off."
Wait, he didn't believe you were watching Daredevil?
Yeah.
And if you were watching Daredevil, he would have been okay with it? I'm confused.
If it had the AMC logo, it would have been fine. But unfortunately, the idiot.
Why the fuck did you say AMC?
Because the AMC is the only channel that we get that shows action films, unless you want to fucking count TBS.
Oh, were you?
Or the Science Channel.
You're watching it on Netflix or something.
Yeah, and then unfortunately, the Netflix icon just like flashed that moment he was in the room. So I was like, ah, shit, man.
What is he against progressive watching of media?
No, he's against using our phones to stream TV. Like you can watch TV, it's fine, but if you pulled out that phone, oh man, hell to pay.
Oh
Especially
yeah,
to
you
watch
were telling me
TV?
about that.
Fuck 'em.
That's a double whammy.
Get that motherfucker!
Yeah, remember you were talking about that. Your boss flips his shit when you have your phone out. Luckily, I don't have a boss like that. Jesus Christ, man. Man,
it's fine. It's fine if you eat. You know, it's fine if you go to Monte Carlo, which is like right next to the Aria, and just go over there and just like eat. You know, but like, hey, you get caught on your phone. Oh man, he fucking flips the fuck out. He'll even stand there with you, hole watching. You don't know what hole watching is? It's when you stand by the door and looking for fine ass women.
If you don't know what hole watching is, let me break it down. Basically, you watching hoes.
Done.
That's it.
I was actually very confused because I said hole watching. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, it's kind of the same thing. Hoes have booty holes.
Especially this time of season, man. Fuck, they be wearing the bikinis and the see-through clothes and shit. Oh, too good.
Rabbit season. Butthole season.
Ass season. Titty season.
Yeah, that's much better. I said titty season. Fire. Oh.
Where's that butter knife at?
So, Mike, I have a question. Very important question.
Okay.
When the fuck are you watching Game of Thrones?
Oh, it's maybe when I'm out of. I don't know.
Maybe when I'm out of the military in 3 more years. Motherfucker, I heard what you were gonna say. Don't try to hide
I was
that
trying
shit.
to avoid.
I think you lost all confidence in that answer.
No, I was trying to avoid.
10% of the way
I was
through.
trying to avoid saying that I was in the military, but it doesn't really matter. Nobody's gonna watch this. Yeah. So that. But what was I gonna say?
In the Navy.
What the fuck was the question? Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Well, that was the
Yes.
best question you could come up with.
Game of Drones.
No, it was an honest question because you were last time we talked about Daredevil. We brought up
Here.
Game of Thrones.
Oh yes, we
should
sure
watch
did.
it.
Oh yeah, because you haven't watched it either, right? And we're both like, we both heard it's good, but we haven't seen it.
Yeah, I heard it's amazing. I've seen someone play the game, and the story in the game is amazing, and it doesn't even matter to the actual, show. So I'm like, fuck.
Well then,
How didn't you watch this then?
I'll get back to you on that one. Let's set a tentative date for
3 years from now.
Sure, yeah.
How about when Paul gets your new house, motherfucker? Then we can watch Game of Thrones.
Dude,
I will be surprised whenever you get this quote-unquote house.
So will I.
it's just involving what's it called, getting pre-approved. You know what you're approved for, finding the right house.
'Cause I told Loy, even Loy, he's like, man, these motherfuckers ain't getting no fucking house. I'm gonna just move with my
What
family.
what is he like fucking like rushing for?
He doesn't like it in Hawaii,
I mean-
motherfucker.
Like no, he never even knew when we were getting a house, and it's not even. You said end of June.
It was
beginning
like
of July.
it was a coincidence. He was already coming out there, so it was like, well, why not? It's not like he's coming out there for the sole purpose of living with you guys. That'd be a
I know.
fucking shot in the dark.
Yeah, you're right.
It's like, why is he questioning when we're getting the house? When he said, "Oh, we're getting the end of June," I said maybe beginning of July, depending how it takes. Like, oh, when the fuck are you guys getting this house? I'm like, I just told you, it's gonna take some fucking time. Motherfucker's impatient as shit.
I don't know. I mean, I don't blame him. I guess I don't know. If I was coming back to a place I hadn't been and somebody was like, I'm gonna get a house, I'd be like, when you get in the house? Also, you gotta remember Lloyd drinks a lot, so he probably didn't even remember. In fact, he probably wasn't even listening if you were the one who said it. So. And that's not even, okay, well, maybe it's a shot at you. I don't know, but that's just Lloyd in general. He doesn't listen very much.
Yeah, you're right. He doesn't.
I love the kid.
He's gonna be our only listener to this entire podcast. Is just Loy.
No, even
That'd be-
Lloyd.
He'd like
I know.
skip through your parts, Paul, when you talk, and then just like.
Hey, dude, could you upload a censored version of that, Paul?
What the, it's like, what the hell do you mean a censored version? You know, the one without Paul. And there's gonna be like questions and comments back to him, and like it's just empty.
It'd be the same.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, Paul.
Because,
I don't talk that much anyway.
Speak.
I was fucking around.
Yeah.
Mostly because I'm dancing around your questions.
Ex Machina, have you seen that shit?
No, like I said, I haven't heard enough that it was good. I've heard bits and snippets that it was okay, but I hadn't heard enough about it to actually go see it. So I'll probably go see it. Isn't it? Actually, it's not even. Is it still in theaters? I forget.
I don't know. All I heard is it was awesome.
Oh, well then.
It really fucks with your mind, man. If you just like, oh shit, if you pay attention to the movie, that shit fucks with your mind.
Man, see, because the only other movies I'm looking forward to is The Hateful Eight.
Not even Star Wars.
That's a new Quentin Tarantino movie, man. Fuck.
When's that supposed to be coming out? I haven't heard anything about it.
It's coming out this year. Basically, it's that movie that last year, it like the screenplay for it leaked, and Quentin was like, "Fuck you, man! I'm not doing it anymore." But he's gonna do it, so it's coming out this year, and it's awesome. I read through like a good 75% of the screenplay when I was on a plane back to Texas. It's really good. It's really fucking good.
Dope.
So, I can't wait to see it.
It's supposed to be coming out this year, huh?
Mm-hmm. He's shooting it on 35mm film.
Oh shit. I'll keep an eye out.
Better. It's a fucking Quentin Tarantino film. You don't miss that shit.
You're right.
Or at least if you do, you better have a damn good reason. Oh, that's gonna be really good. It's another western.
Should be interesting to see. Let's see who we got. Let's see Samuel L. Jackson, Kurt Russell.
Yep.
Jennifer.
Are you
what
looking
the-
at the?
Yeah,
You looking at the cast list?
Jennifer. I can't see the name. Tim Roth. Oh shit. Got a lot of people in
Yeah,
this.
Tim Roth is fantastic. Have you ever seen Four Rooms?
Oh no, I heard good things about it, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah, that movie's awesome. I mean, I know a lot of people don't count it as a Tarantino film, which is fair because there's 4 different directors.
The release date's
well,
supposed
yeah.
to be November 13th, 2015. Ooh,
Oh.
November, huh?
It's gonna be awesome.
This year's a fucking good year, man. Shit.
It's a knockout year. You got a Quentin Tarantino film, you got a Star Wars film, you got a George Miller movie.
And Mad
Shit,
Max. Oh, fuck.
Spielberg. You know, I don't even know if he worked on the new Jurassic Park. I really haven't given him much of a
Executive
chance to check that
producer.
out.
I think he's executive producer or like co-producer. I don't remember what the hell he's. But actually, I don't even know if he's gonna be in this one.
Colin Trevorrow is the director.
I don't think he is at all.
No,
No, he's not.
he's not even. Yeah, he's not even a part of this.
Wow. Ha! Good thing.
Why?
His movies suck now.
What was the last movie he almost did Interstellar.
Indiana Jones.
Did he do that?
He did.
Dear God. Oh my lord. You know what? Well, I can't say anything. I haven't even seen that movie.
Terrible.
So I've heard.
All you need to. All you
I
need
just
to
watched
know.
it for.
That's pretty.
Oh no. His last film was Lincoln.
I didn't hear that wasn't that bad. I mean, I'm
I heard it was
not
pretty
interested to
good.
see it, but I mean, the only reason I would like to see it is the surrealism of seeing Abraham Lincoln on a two TV screen.
Have you seen War Horse?
No, I actually haven't.
That was the second last film.
War Horse?
Well,
Is that what
he
you
actually-
said?
Yes,
Dear
War
Lord.
Horse.
He actually, the thing is, he actually, I believe, worked on Interstellar with Christopher Nolan's brother for a long time until Christopher Nolan actually picked it up and started. Because his brother was writing the script for Spielberg, and Spielberg was going to direct it, but things changed. And then Michael, sorry,
Because he saw Indiana Jones. It's like, nope.
we can't do this. Also, I
You
don't
monster!
Also, I don't think J.J. Abrams is going to mess up Star Wars. I really don't.
I don't think he's gonna mess it up.
He's going to do a great job. I can't wait for old people. I can't wait for those old fucks who were like, oh, the old Star Wars is so great. I remember when it came out. But
It had actual dialogue.
I mean 40-somethings and 30-somethings who won't get off their fucking high horses about movies that came out when they were out and just admit that some new things are better than the things that they came out. Like, the new Mad Max is better than any Mad Max movie that came out before. That's just how it is. I'm sorry.
On a side note, supposedly Mel Gibson made a cameo in there. I don't remember seeing him.
I heard he wasn't there at all.
That's one of those things you can just juggle up in there, but hey, I guess Michael's researching that shit up right now.
Oh, no, I'm actually looking up a different...
Damn you,
cameo.
fuck.
Yeah, there's actually... Daniel Craig is going to cameo as a stormtrooper in Star Wars.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. That should be interesting.
I don't know, and I also doubt that he's going to be important in that. But
Wait, who?
Daniel Craig.
The new James Bond, motherfucker.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my god, I don't know why I can't remember his name for some reason.
Daniel Craig.
Stormtrooper?
Yeah,
Awesome.
crazy.
Just gonna be like running
He's
on
gonna
the
be
screen, or just like...
I don't know. Who knows? It'll probably be like a... Oh, so I was talking to somebody else, like... Because basically I was like, if anybody has the balls to say that the new lightsaber for Star Wars is retarded, then they probably don't understand what Star Wars is in general. And then I said, the only good argument or interesting argument you could get out of that kind of line of reasoning is maybe the worst possible storylines of a new Star Wars movie, in which I came up with all the stormtroopers are black and they are trying to resurrect Mace Windu.
I am the Emperor, motherfucker!
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Motherfucker's evil, Anakin! But I love him!
Motherfucker, you gay! You don't deserve to be in the Jedi Order!
No faggots in the Jedi Order, Anakin! It's the number one rule! I don't know. I think that's as far as I got. I forget. I'd have to look through my chat some more, but I'm pretty sure that was the majority of it, was that stormtroopers were trying to bring back Mace Windu as their leader or some bullshit like that.
Nah, apparently, supposedly, the fucking...
Oh, no, and that all the stormtroopers also have Jedi lightsabers. Sorry, go ahead.
What the fuck? No, supposedly the lightsaber that Kylo Ren, right? Not Rilo Ken.
Sure.
Don't know.
God damn it, Paul! You're the Star Wars. God, motherfucker. Kylo Ren.
Dude, I am.
Kylo Ren is supposed to be the main protagonist in this one. Supposedly, his lightsaber is one of the. What was it 3? Maybe 10.
No, stop! I don't want to know anything. I don't want to know anything. I want to go into the Star Wars movie knowing not a single thing.
All right, Darth Revan's mask is there.
Darth who?
It's a Sith
Nah,
mask.
it's
a
a
Sith
similar mask, not a.
Just a Sith mask.
Darth Revan, supposedly in the Old Republic, he was the Emperor's right-hand man.
Gay.
He was pretty much a Jedi, turned evil, turned back to good. End of story.
Yeah,
No, he was a Sith.
I can't wait to only
Turned
see
into
this.
a Jedi who turned back into a Sith.
I can't wait to see not only the new Star Wars, but also the anthology films that are going to come from it,
Like
Rogue
the X-Wing one?
the Rogue One.
Oh yeah, the Rogue One, yeah.
Yeah, Rogue One's going to be sick.
And that Star Wars Battlefront's gonna be too good. Ah.
Oh yeah. I think it'll be interesting because as far as Rogue One goes, you get to explore a little bit more of the world at large, and there are contextual clues. I mean, and I don't mean to say anything. It's not going to be anything like Marvel-esque where they have, well, if you watch our show, you'll understand our movie. Lol. I think Star Wars is a little bit better than that.
Yeah, you're right.
And to be fair, Star Wars is a little more timeless, so they don't really have to work as hard as Marvel does for people to get it.
I know, man. When I first found out that they were gonna make a 7th one, I was like, oh yes, fucking stoked for that shit.
Sadly though, J.J. Abrams will not be directing the next 2.
What? Who is?
Hey,
I forget, but it's not.
hey, I was saying.
I think it's...
Empire Strikes Back and Thing were not filmed by George Lucas, and they turned out great.
Well, no, yeah. I mean, it doesn't have to be. I'm just saying that they're not going to be, and that's a little bit... That's worrying me when we haven't even gotten the first promised film, let alone the next 2.
Yeah.
We don't know... For all we know, the whole thing could be a travesty. Now, I highly doubt it, but it could be. You never know. It could just be that the trailers and teasers look super fucking excellent, but the movie itself is just really bad. That would suck. I don't think that's it, but that would suck.
And then he runs off with the millions of people that spent their hard-earned money to watch the midnight premiere and then the pre-screening and all that shit. Gotcha, motherfuckers! I don't need to make another movie.
Yeah, I feel sorry. I feel sorry for.
Be murdered for that.
I feel sorry for any movie coming out at the same time as that. Though to be fair, I read this article recently, and the only movie to ever beat a Star Wars movie when it came out is SpiderMan. It beat Star Wars Episode 2.
Yeah, that's not much competition.
Oh, wait, which Spider-Man? Was it Spider-Man 1 or 2?
It was 1.
Okay, it's fine.
So, you telling me the Phantom Menace didn't get beat by anything?
No.
Well, yeah, because imagine all that,
exactly. all the time that passed in the 80s, and then you get to that year, and it's like new Star Wars. It's like now. It's exactly like now, except the previous still sucked. But it's pretty much like now. It's
years.
What? Are you gonna talk or are you gonna listen to the air?
No.
Oh. I didn't hear what you said.
Oh. I was gonna say it's not 20 years, that's about it.
What, the time from
when
the old Star Wars came out to the new one?
Yeah.
How long was it?
I don't know.
Wasn't the last Star Wars in the 80s and the newest one came out in 2003?
2005 was the last. That was Revenge of the Sith. So it's damn near been only 10 years.
This one is only 10 years away from the last one compared to number 1, Phantom Menace being 20 years away.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I was saying the 80s one and then to Phantom Menace. I didn't say the new one. I can count. Anyways, basically, I don't know. We got off track.
The fuck? What is it doing?
Yeah, I'm just listening
Stop
to you
that.
breathing on the microphone.
Stop it.
It's very entertaining.
What the fuck is he doing?
You motherfuckers.
Stop making fun of
you
me.
mouthfuckers and your fans blowing directly into your.
I don't. My fan's not even on, bro.
Oh, that's not my reason.
No, I know yours isn't.
It's fucking hot in my room.
I'm just kind of lumping it in the same category.
I'm just saying, motherfucker, looks like when you say you
Cameras.
motherfuckers and there's only 2 other people on there, I'm just like, what you trying to imply, motherfucker?
In fact, there's only one motherfucker here.
By the way, what you guys think of that Tomorrowland?
I don't care. It looks gay. Looks gay. Looks really gay. Looks really gay.
Apparently,
watched
like, oh,
it.
Zach, let's go watch
joking.
Tomorrowland.
It was
Let's
good
go watch it on Friday. I'm like,
until the
oh,
end.
motherfucker.
I'm joking. I'm sure it'll be alright.
Because quote unquote,
That's what I
it's
want to
supposed to
watch.
be one of the best things that Disney's ever put out. And
No, I actually haven't heard. All I've heard
said
about
that? I didn't say
Tomorrowland
that.
is the marketing has been god awful for it, and that's it. For all we know, it could be great.
No, it's
I just
not. I
Don't
heard
know
it's-
anything.
that's
about
what I
it.
said
Terrible
about the
story.
Wii U.
Really
The
don't.
marketing on that was fucking horrible, but it turned out to be fucking great.
Yeah, sometimes terrible marketing has a lot to do with something not really getting out there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Though, to be fair, even if I knew the new whatever Tomorrowland was good, I'm just not interested. I don't know.
Yeah. The only reason why I want to see it is probably anything to do with space. I'm in. Like, fucking, I love space movies, dude.
I forget what it's about. So maybe that's why I'm not really interested. Though, to be completely fair, if you're trying to make it sound stupid, You can make anything sound
Think about
stupid by
a girl
explaining
sees
it.
a secret world through a ring or
Okay, I'm just
whatever.
saying,
So
if
she
you're
goes
trying to
to
make
find
it stupid
it.
by explaining it like that, Star Wars.
No,
young
this
kid,
is the
parents die,
this is
and
the
then he goes into
this is what the
space with
film's
some
about.
old man and aliens.
You can see.
Okay, that sounds pretty. Actually, that. Clap, clap, clap. Do you want a fucking treat? Jar Jar Binks.
He only had one alien. That was Chewbacca.
Supposedly J.J. Abrams, like, as soon as he got the thing for Star Wars, he's like, I'm killing
Yes.
Jar Jar Binks right now, right
Shut
here.
the fuck up and let me sit.
That's fantastic.
No, he went.
No, I moved over.
Oh, I
to
thought he
my
went to go.
fridge.
Yeah, to get another beer, huh? Or to get another.
No.
Yeah,
I just
I
put the
heard- I saw
Coke
that
and
too.
stuff away. I just filled up my cup.
Michael's still here. Or did he just die?
Sure.
Let us say you should have seen that one coming from like a mile away. Like,
So you did get another drink.
Well, this motherfucker doesn't say nothing, and then I say something all of a sudden you get talkative. Oh, you didn't get a drink, Walter? Michael,
What? He just said, I didn't get another drink. I just filled up my glass.
What? Well, to be fair, you can interrupt people if you want to. I mean, not everybody's gonna, especially
What?
on the internet.
All you motherfuckers talk over me and shit.
Who waits for somebody to finish talking? That's a little overrated. What do you think?
sometimes I wait for you to speak your opinion.
Well then that. Now I feel like a dick.
That's what. Motherfucker, believe me. If I felt like interrupting you, I would be interrupting you like 24/7.
I usually wait about 20 minutes for you to finish
You
your
know,
opinion.
this is a podcast. We all need to say our opinions and shit.
Well, yeah, but sometimes you get a little long-winded, and somebody needs to shut somebody the fuck
Yeah, you're
up.
right.
Like, not we. Fucking say
It's
something
been like
worth
20
the damn, and maybe I'll stop talking. You ain't saying shit.
You ain't got the answer.
What the fuck do you get long-winded? I'm waiting. I'm still waiting.
You're bitching. That's all you're saying. You're like, you're still talking.
See, you're still going.
What are you saying? You ain't saying.
I'm still waiting for you to stop talking.
Shit. Gay. I'm talking about ball sacks.
I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, sorry. Go ahead. Explain the plot tomorrow. I'm sorry. I just remembered you were actually doing that.
Yeah, I was trying to explain the goddamn story. Dude.
So is it
Motherfucker.
great? Are you gonna buy it on Blu-ray and watch
Goddamn.
it twice? What's it about?
God damn.
It's about a movie where a girl sees. That's
No.
pretty cool.
No, I'm not gonna watch it. I don't want to watch it.
I'd watch it.
I'm just saying it's about a movie where some girl sees a world through a pin, like a little fucking pin. Yes, that's exactly what it is.
I forgot
Anyway,
he was in this movie too, huh?
she sees the
So
freaking
it's
world.
the
She's like, I'm gonna go
crossover
find
between
that,
Narnia and
and then
Ocean's
she meets
12.
someone else who also knows about the world. They go find it.
They find the closet. They find the wardrobe.
Yeah.
They end
In
up
fucking
the
space
Ocean's
somewhere.
12 they end up in the Ocean's movie, and they find George Clooney, and he helps them win a bet to win a kingdom. I don't know.
What
and then he
the
runs
fuck?
away with the gold, and I don't know. Featuring Steven Soderbergh and
Michael Bay. Oh man.
I read an article where somebody was describing how Michael Bay was psychotic,
Yeah.
or not not psychotic. Maybe a sociopath. All you hear is psychotic. Sociopath.
Michael Bay's a sociopath who likes explosions and
Okay, I
money.
believe like 2 times. I'm not sure what the fuck's going on anymore.
And I don't know.
And terrible portrayal of.
All I heard was sociopath and
demographics
something,
and
Yeah, like
female.
fuck.
and something
oh
about George
my God.
Clooney like winning a bet. That's
or
all I heard.
any real thing ever. How about
Fuck
that?
fucking Teenage Mutant
Michael Bay.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for me. Oh, they're not turtles. They're fucking aliens. What the fuck?
Okay, I've had this conversation with somebody before. And it's like okay, some things maybe
Hey,
shouldn't
wasn't it
be
like an
done
alien
no matter who
juice?
you are. Like,
They're not
okay,
aliens.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's happened how many times, and it's a fucking disaster. Like, I mean, I guess you could be like, yeah, cowabunga, dudes. Like, those movies are sick. The ones where they talk like, I don't
mean,
fucking
with
know
the
what
fucking
it's
puppets and shit.
I still say those ones are terrible. And somebody was like, yeah, there should be a Power Rangers movie. And don't tell me about the trailer, that one mock fan flick trailer, because I saw
You
it.
mean
That
the
was
one
fun.
with fucking Don Cheadle?
The one where the Black Ranger got killed and he was smoking crack or something.
Oh, I thought it was the one with Don
Anyways,
Cheadle. My bad.
No. But anyways, it's like a Power Rangers movie. Okay, there's no
Oh, the
reason
one
for-
with,
there's
like-
there's no there's no reason for it to. I saw it a while before that, actually. I believe. I don't know. I've seen it a bunch of times. There's no reason for a Power.
Yeah, I saw it. I showed you
to
that.
exist, and like they just don't fit. Like, I'm sorry, but you're not gonna bring turtles and make them live action and make it enjoyable at all. I mean, I don't know. It just don't.
Even with
right.
the aid of Megan Fox, that movie still sucked.
Then again, it might just be terrible directors because Fantastic Four feels like it should never be.
Oh, the new one, yeah, kind of on the fence on that one.
The new one looks bland as shit. It's like DC and Marvel got together and made the worst of that they could both do. Like, they both kind of wrote a script and then submitted it to each other. And DC was like, yeah, let's kind of make it dark and gritty. And Marvel's like, yeah, let's make them young and relatable and kind of funny.
Yeah, you're right. That does make sense.
That's what it is. And it's just like, it's like young, relatable, kind of funny, but also grim, dark, fire, explosions, drama. It's just such a weird, mediocre, terrible mix that it makes me want to vomit. Just... What?
And a black and white brother-sister.
That's not uncommon.
Don't tell me in the comics.
By
Is that what you're saying? In the comics, they're brother and sister.
Black guy and the
Are you,
chick are brother and sister.
Well, I mean, it's not like they couldn't have been adopted or some shit. I mean, is it so fucking unorthodox to think?
No, they're actually brother and sister in the movie.
I ain't saying
no,
she.
they're brother and sister in the friggin' movie.
She had sex with a dark figure.
Yeah,
no, they showed the dad. The dad's black. So she had like nothing.
Say what you really wanted to say.
Let me see. What was I gonna say? I was waiting for it.
Fantastic Four, Marvel, DC got together and like they puked out a fucking
black guy.
Shit.
Yeah, waiting for it.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it feels like, anyway.
Not watching it. Jessica Alba ain't it, so I ain't watching it. Fuck it.
Sucks.
Yeah. To be fair, I don't think Jessica Alba's really that great an actress.
She's hot.
I like her.
Yeah, you're right. Hey, though, Batman vs Superman next year.
Oh, sorry, I just farted.
You gonna suck my dick? You will.
Fair, I actually.
Uh-huh.
Do you bleed?
You will.
Tell me, super fag, super bitch boy, gay bitty.
He sucked dick.
Let's do an improv skit. I'll be Batman, you be Superman.
All right, Paul, you're Superman.
Exterior, rain. Batman. Tell me, Flyman, do you bleed? God, you're terrible. Okay, whatever. Who cares? Fantastic Four. I think I've said all I wanted to say about Fantastic Four.
Talking about how great Superman vs Batman's gonna be, but hey.
Oh yeah.
That's cool too.
I think that'll be. I'm really on the fence about that. I think it'll. I'm looking forward to it though. I enjoyed the trailer. I know a lot of people don't like the dark and gritty, contrived feel that Batman and Superman has, but and the fact that DC movies never feel like they can take a breath to have fun ever. But I think it'll be all right. I'm more excited to see Suicide Squad because they're actually taking different steps, and other than the fact that the Joker's completely unpopular design,
yeah, completely
not subtle, whatever. Dude has damage written on his forehead. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, they're using the Killer Croc. I think that's pretty interesting, and the Joker and Harley Quinn. So I think there's room for humor if they allow it. I just hope they don't try to give everybody this seemingly very dark. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it will be. I mean,
a common thing I've heard is most of the people in the poster look like they'll be dead by the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Except Will Smith and Harley Quinn and.
Well, yeah, of course.
Baby Captain.
I remember remix. I was talking to Remix, and he's like, "What the fuck?" I forget what he said. He said Will Smith's character looks like he takes paintball very seriously, and that's a pretty good description. Other than that, I think Suicide Squad will probably shine a little bit more, but who knows? I sure don't.
I just hope they're good because I'm gonna spend money on them.
Oh yeah, for sure, I will too. I like Ant-Man. That looks good so far.
Ant-Man, I'm gonna go see.
Of course, I'm kind of obligated to see it since Edgar Wright did work on it before he got replaced by Adam McKay. But I'm pretty confident that it'll be fun.
I still wish Edgar Wright wrote it though.
Yeah, it would have been much more interesting. I like the idea of like directors who don't normally do superhero movies doing them. For instance, one of the writers, Laura McKellen, she's the writer for Breaking Bad. She was gonna do Wonder Woman.
Oh.
But she actually she had arguments and ended up not doing it. So Marvel may pick her up for Captain Marvel though, because Marvel's trying to get a female director for Captain Marvel. So
that's gonna be interesting to watch as well.
Yeah, but the person directing Wonder Woman now is the chick who directed that movie Monster from 2003. Actually, Charlize Theron was actually in that movie.
Oh, nice. It's been a while since I've seen that movie, so.
Was that the one
I've
where
never
she's like
seen
a
it.
serial killer and stuff like that? On meth or something?
Don't spoil! I'm joking. That's not a spoiler.
No.
I was joking. Paul.
No.
I'm just fucking with you. I've never actually heard you say spoilers before. I forget. It's always Zach, the motherfucker.
Yeah, I say
What,
spoilers
motherfucker?
all the goddamn time.
He'll be like, you ever seen this movie? Be like, no, 10 minutes later. Yeah, it's like that one part where they died. Oops. Fuck you!
I'm talking about, I spoil
Oh.
everything.
Spoil and ruin are different things.
Jameer hates me.
Oh.
That she
No,
does.
girlfriend hates me.
Jameer, why do we have to go see the movie? He dies at the end. No! He does.
The thing is, I'll
That's
be
exactly how
spoiling
their
things from, like, comic
conversations go
books.
down, too.
I'll be spoiling like comic books, and then she'll get mad at me, even though she'll never read them. And it's because they kind of relate to the frickin' movies.
Well, you're an asshole for doing that because you know, that's why. It's like you're like, I'm only going to spoil the parts that actually spoil the movie.
No, like I'm spoiling things that might not actually happen in the movie. They're just possibilities.
There's always some agenda with you, so I don't trust you. Whatever.
There's always somebody.
Always something. There's always some. There's always
Okay,
something
question.
behind it. Even if you don't mean harm, you mean harm.
What do you mean? I am
Sorry,
a
go ahead.
totally nice person who would never hurt anyone.
What was your question?
Okay, so is it bad to call something like what's it called? You did watch Avengers, right? Okay,
Yes.
so
Of course.
okay, someone who didn't fucking watch Avengers, spoiler, Quicksilver dies, right? I totally called that like before.
Quicksilver dies?
Shut the fuck up, Zach. You were with me.
No, he's my favorite.
But like I call that
He's
in like
my
a
favorite
second.
Mexican superhero.
Does that count as a spoiler? If I just call something that I feel like is gonna happen?
In the movie?
Yeah, like logically. Like
Oh no, it's called shut the fuck up and get yelled at for saying it. Like that would be such an asshole thing, like in the movie. Like,
because everyone's saying Hawkeye's
sees
gonna
that
die.
coming? Hawkeye's gonna. Well, anybody who says that is kind of silly because I mean, just because he didn't seem unimportant, there's still a reason for him to be there.
Yeah, I know. But so like everyone's like,
I mean, it makes more sense for a guy like Quicksilver to die because we don't build like they do their best as they can to build up this very pseudo relationship.
yeah.
The audience has like, oh, him and his sister are staring at a bomb. How about you get off the fucking under the fucking bed and leave? How about that shit? I don't know. Anyways, they build up this kind of loose relationship with Quicksilver, and they kind of present him in this interesting way, and him and his, and basically the sister's catharsis ends up becoming she needs to live without her brother. So of course he has to die. It's a natural progression of things. So to not see it coming is actually a little silly.
Yeah, like why would they kill Hawkeye?
So you're right. Yeah, exactly. You have to think of it. Not all. Of course, that kind of takes the fun out of it, but from a writing kind of perspective, who needs to go?
I kind of wish they did kill more people though, because that was a really.
I know some people said that Tony should have died, and he probably should
No,
have. I don't
he
really
shouldn't
care.
have.
I wouldn't have liked it if he did, but whatever.
No,
The thing about the movie, the biggest thing about the movie that I've heard people complain about that I totally agree with, despite how much I like it, is that it completely did not set up for Civil War.
Yeah.
yeah, it did.
Right about that
Like,
one.
they had one what's it called? Iron Man and Captain
Like,
had one argument.
The thing about it is like, I mean, yeah, you could see everything happening. Like Thor chokes out this guy, this happens, but towards the end, it doesn't feel like it's progressing towards that. I had a friend who, choked me for this one, read the comics, and says that it ended more on quote unquote the new Avengers end quote than it did the Civil War.
Yeah.
Like even then, the world didn't feel like it was in a state of unrest. Like to be fair, like there were certain themes that hinted at that.
Hulk destroying
For
the city.
instance, when well, yeah, there's that, and there's also that one where like when they were in that European country or whatever, Iron Man's face had dollar signs over it, and they were throwing shit at the Iron Legion. So enough of that makes sense. Somebody argued that the Civil War is going to be in another country. You don't know that, anyways. The only thing I thought that might have been more interesting that they could have maybe hinted at in a better way is like the fact that they had to move their base to a different location, maybe because the Civil War started to break out. I don't know. I think they could have looked at that. That also sounds stupid. So I don't know. What do you think?
Me or him?
Any.
Whoever, it doesn't matter. I don't care.
Well, I mean, like setting up wise, it was fucking terrible.
Like how better? What do you think? What do you think are better ways they could have set up for Civil War? Reasonable ways, by the way.
One.
I don't mean anything that's going to end up reworking the entire movie. Just a reasonable way that they could have tied it in.
Let's go with this.
Without it being too cheap.
If they like kind of failed in that last sequence, then there would be reason for them to be angry at each other. And if they were angry at each other, that would lead them to a civil war. You know what I mean? Captain America wants to save everybody. Iron Man realizes he can't, so he sacrifices some people. Boom, they're starting to get mad at each other. Then other things come into play. They start getting more mad at each other, etc., etc., etc. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, that would have been neat. Like if basically they failed the mission because of their differences.
Yeah.
Then then when they do form that new Avengers, it's because some people are leaving the team and they have no other choice. And even then, that trust still isn't going to be there at the end of the movie because it's a new team.
I think it said it was too clean, right?
Yeah, but would you kill off Ultron if that was the ending? Would you kill him off, or would you still make him alive?
I mean, Ultron was kind of useless, so it doesn't really matter one way or the other.
I mean, yeah, you would kill him off, but it's like, oh, at least some, like, what's it called? They didn't save all the civilians.
Yeah.
Also, let me kind of take back what I said that might out of context if somebody just heard that and wasn't listening. That sounds kind of stupid, that Ultron is useless. He's very useful in the fact that he helps Tony realize a bunch of things about himself, and he also helps the Vision, kind of
be made.
Because Tony, the Vision, and like all of them are connected. What's his face? Ultron is like Tony, and then Ultron. I'm sorry, what's
Vision.
His face?
Vision.
The Vision has to realize that he was created by Tony's mistake. So it's a very deep thing, and when you get even further into it, all of the Avengers helped create the Vision because Thor, did the lightning thing, Black Widow secured the thing, Iron Man and the Hulk created it, and Captain America was kind of against it, but they all had a part in it. So I mean, it's a really deep connection that the Vision has with everybody in the Avengers. It's a very neat kind of way to look at it. I really like that film, despite what it didn't set up for.
I mean, the film wasn't bad. Just could have been a lot better.
It was far from bad. It was
great.
Really fun
just
film.
could have been a shit ton better. Story wise and tone wise, like I said, it's too clean.
I heard somebody complain that Mad Max wasn't gory or actiony enough.
No.
Anybody who says that Mad Max wasn't gory or didn't exploit the themes of its world clearly didn't understand the world or the movie itself. The point of a movie isn't to exploit all the tropes of its world, it's to use them to the best of the ability to tell the story. For instance, the reason Mad Max is so good isn't the fact that cars explode, or isn't the fact that it's so feminist in a good way, or isn't the fact... It's the fact that everybody... it doesn't take time to focus too much on just one character, but everybody gets their quote-unquote catharsis. It's basically, the whole movie is a chase. Max is running away from his failures of the past, but he's also chasing a goal, which is he wants to save somebody. So by the end of the movie, he ends up saving, he gets to save someone. Furiosa gets her redemption, and What's-His-Face dies valiantly, which he'd been trying to do since the beginning of the movie. Yeah. So it was a success all around without the feeling of it being a cheesy kind of we all got what we wanted.
Yeah.
You see how all the old ladies die? That's not...
Because the thing is, in their kind of world, I mean, there's still a lot of fucked up shit going on. They're not guaranteed anything. So it's...
Yeah, who knows when their water's going to run out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, or the death of the war chief is not going to incite anger between the other war chiefs and stuff like that.
Well, all the other war chiefs are dead.
Yeah, there's lots of questions that you can ask yourself, but you can also answer if you look within the film.
What's the point?
Now I suppose you could argue about the a movie should totally tell you everything. No, I mean, movies speak in different ways. For instance, I mean, through little kind of context clues, and that's not even pretentious editing or storytelling. That's what a world feels like. Worlds don't tell you outright what they're all about and how everything works. For instance, that's why John Wick worked so well, is they created a world without establishing it. they established the world without telling you what it was exactly. For instance, you have this hotel where apparently only secret mercenaries go to, and apparently they have rules that you follow, but they don't tell you those rules. They also buy things with gold coins, but they don't tell you exactly why that is. They don't tell you any of these things, but yet they're able to build the world and make it feel so real. Like John Wick, basically the world feels like John Wick has been there since way before the movie was ever made. So it's just
and they
crazy.
reveal like
That's
little
how you
parts
do
throughout the entire story. If you pay attention, you'll catch them.
And the same thing is, and they never shove it down your throat.
Yeah.
And they're not. John Wick is this because of this and this, or the world is this because of this and this. Those you don't need to ask that. It doesn't feel real, and whether or not people want to believe it, I think that's what movies need. People think movies need to talk to them or talk down to them, but they don't need to. And in fact, I don't think most people really know what makes a good movie. But that's besides the point. That's basically the similarities between world building. World building is extremely important in those kinds of movies or shit in general.
True.
Sorry, I'm done ranting. If anybody had anything to add to that, we could discuss that. That's cool.
Unfortunately, we're pressed for time here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to us guys. Tune in next week for a next episode and find out what we'll be discussing next. Thank you and
Gay
have a good
Faggots
night.
Radio.
Bye.
Gay Penis Radio. Gay Radio.